Hello, everybody, and welcome to MMM Global, where we do make a difference one family at a time. And today we are going to go and finish up World Poverty Day AM show on Joy News, part 2 of 2. Here we go.
Communities. I grew up here, so I know, and I live not far from here. But how long have you been here, and what have been some of your experiences? I mean, whether growing up and now you are an adult, what have you gone through?
Okay, I was born and bred here, if I would say almost 34 years now, and there has been a whole lot of challenges ever since we started growing. You know, concerning our vicinity, this place has to the gutter problem. There is a whole around here. We don't have gutter whereby you see water flowing through it. Because of that, people just ease themselves all over. Even before you wake up, somebody will come and dump refuse and rubbish and so many things. Even at the back of your building, you can't even sleep. All the physics and everything are smelling. Give you the chance to sleep and stuff. So
let me ask you, when you were growing up, was that a situation?
Oh yes.
What was it like?
Yes.
It was the same.
The same situation.
Poor in sanitary conditions.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's because perhaps maybe the educational level is low, and so we don't know that we have to keep our environments clean? Because somebody who is well educated would know that even though I live in poverty, I don't have to do certain things.
Yeah, I cycle with you, but you know the literacy rate here in Tulako or Ashaman, for me to at least deliberate on it, I would say that those who have been to school, they are few as compared to
like those of us who have been to school in Ashaman.
Yeah. We have literates in Ashaman here, but they are just few. And right now, of them are not living around.
Most of us live.
Yeah.
We get out of the community when we grow up. Like
the literacy rate, no, I'm I would say that when I grew up, my daddy was into this selling of shower business.
So that's what you do.
Yeah.
Get up and take us through your shower. Let's see, and tell me, and tell me how you perhaps sell, because this is what you sell as one of your livelihoods too.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about it. What do you do?
Here we are. This is the shower. That's my daddy.
Your daddy left you.
Yeah.
So that's your inheritance.
Yeah, that's our inheritance.
So how much do you charge if somebody comes in?
Oh, it's 1 cedi. One Ghana cedi.
How much do you make in a day, for example?
Oh, right now the competition is great. It's all over. First, we're making plenty money out of it. At least a day and don't cry. It means to say 200 Ghana.
200 Ghana.
200 Ghana. First.
But now how much is it?
No competition internet day. Say you cry 100 in Poendu. Say they are 70 Ghana.
You get about 70 Ghana. I work in the office. I don't think if I have to do a division of my wage per the number of days that I work, I don't think I earn 70 Ghana. But that brings me to the question. You see, you grow up here.
Yeah.
Education may be low, maybe semi-literacy, but the thing is that you earn a lot more than even maybe the average worker in the office. But a lot of us still live in poverty, or we live like we're poor, even though we earn. It's not because perhaps maybe we're not well educated, so we don't know that we have to keep our surroundings clean, and then, or it's because generally we're just poor.
We are just poor. What are they crying to? So when they cry, no, obi better me or shana what's for real with them? Oba about stand free. Oba now bisana. Now wait yaka. Oh, me nim say this guy. Now so it's not like that. So we are making answer no. Sometimes we wash it. We clean, we scrap. Sometimes you know kasha ni yama cry, obi cry yako high say or make you no. It's a problem until we do the cleaning ourselves.
And in communities like Ashama, you find a lot of these, a lot of community bathing centers.
Yeah.
Okay, it's normal.
It also maybe.
Right. Thank you, Mrs. Nati.
Okay.
All right, so we have to leave the household of Mrs. Nati. How many of you are in the household?
We are about 21.
You don't mean it?
It's 20. A family house.
So you're 21.
We are 21.
How many children?
I have 5. Yeah, I have 5.
You have 5 children, and all your children are going to school.
It's 4 of them
Going to school.
Yeah, going to school.
The last one is fresh.
It's fresh.
Okay. I wish all the best.
Thank you.
All right. So we're just leaving the household of Mrs. Nate, and you get to find a lot of these communities are all the same. So you're Mrs. Nate's sister.
Yes.
Just get up for me. And what do you do? So you also sell shower? Is that what you call it?
I graduated building technology about 2 years now.
Where?
I'm still job hunting at the Polytechnic.
You're a Polytechnic graduate?
Yes, please. I even traveled. I had a scholarship. I did exchange program. So I traveled to the United States for a year.
So you've been to the US?
Yes.
You're back to Ashaiman?
Yes.
So tell me, what were your experiences in the US? And if you compare the US to Ghana, what's the vast difference?
Oh my God. It's like 200%. I don't know how to describe it. In a sense, when I returned, I try to help my community. And you know the community, giving you names. Because when I went there, I saw certain things that I try to implement here. By picking up, I normally sweep the road because nobody does it. My mother and I will sweep. And like you hear names like, hey, Zoom Lion Girl. You see, the support was very low. You see, the passion is there to do certain things, but
when you went to America, what do you think that you could have brought to Ashaiman to improve perhaps maybe the mindset and the way we think as those who grew up and live in Ashaiman?
It's funny, but I would have brought their mind, their brain. It's true. But things are very, very different. Even the laboratory I visited, even you can eat there. Like,
in Abuchi,
you can like the place is different, far different from this place. Understand? So helping us, I don't know, today the eradication of poverty.
In 10 years time,
Yes.
what do you want to envision Ashaiman to be like?
I want Ashaiman to more than an estate. Oh, it's true.
You think it can happen?
It can.
Like Reggie Manuel.
It can. It really can.
Well, so that's so it's a typical day, and you find that this is the way those in urban communities and live below the poverty line live. And so it's not only Ashaiman, Nima, Sukura, Fadama, and number of the communities there. And we would want to speak to yeah, Mr. Glover.
Yeah.
Okay. Just hold the mic for me. To feel free. It's a free day, so you always make sure the mic is closer to your lips. Just you also grew up here.
Yeah.
What were your experiences with schooling when you were growing up?
Well, in the area, schooling was, in those days, the population wasn't that much. So we attended the government school.
Which one?
The government school.
Okay.
The Ashaiman government.
Which of the numbers? I attended 4. Number 4.
We started number 3.
Okay, you started number 3.
Yeah.
Okay. And then.
So schooling in those days, compared to these days there are challenges regarding the various private schools, and the prices are so the private schools, they demand so much, so it has made most children in the area schooling becomes problem
with the current state.
And
I see that a lot of the young people currently don't tend to upgrade themselves beyond maybe junior high school and senior high school. Why?
Yeah. Okay. You see, even getting to the school, the government school is also another problem. Getting there is a problem. Most parents don't like the government school because they say they don't teach. So if they actually attend the private schools, some, before they get money for secondary schools, it's difficult for them. And then also the businesses in the area. Now, with the influx of these foreigners, they've taken up most businesses like these provision stores and other things.
With foreigners?
These Nigerians and then Malians. They've taken everything. The parents who actually do those businesses, because they don't have money, these foreigners have taken over everything. Now, some who are trying to compete with them because of money issues, they can't even buy their goods to sell. We popularly call them abochis. These abochi people, their prices are so affordable compared to our people who are selling.
The aboki people.
Yeah. And what they also do is that
because they go and buy their things from maybe Togo, which is a free port area.
Yeah. Then what they do also is that they bought these motorbikes for their people.
Okay. So that's why we have the Okada business right
that
in
is it. Yeah. They are applying all those businesses. Now they contribute to one person, he opens that store, they contribute, he buys everything. So the money flows randomly. You see, the money flows. So if the government can help those in the area.
Are you married?
I'm married, yeah.
Do your parents go to, do your children go to school?
Yeah, they are at school.
In a private school?
Yeah, they were in the private school, but this time I've moved them to the government school now.
Which one?
Number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah.
You think they teach well?
Yeah, because I attended there, and I have a sister who teaches there. She advised me to forget about the private schools, because the government school, they are as well teaching. And she gave me an example of when we were there. And seriously, taking them there has relieved me a lot. Has relieved me.
How is access to health facilities in Ashaiman?
Presently, it's better than before.
If you want to access it, where would you go?
Now, here we have the chiefs, we have a clinic within the community, which the chief came to put up for us. Then we have another one, we call it the health center. Then we also have the general hospital in Tema. Yeah, so I think health facility.
So you visited the Ashaiman Polyclinic?
Yeah.
The Tema General hospital, or maybe a local hospital?
Yeah. So for hospital issues, we have no problem there. Yeah, but our main problem is how to develop the area. In 92, we were made to pay some monies from the Tema chief. Right now, they are saying we have to re-register and then pay other monies before we will be granted the permission to build. Now, as you can see, some people are selling their houses.
Some people are selling.
They are selling their houses.
Ramshackle houses.
Yeah. So when we go front a little bit, you see they've sold a certain place and the people are living. So they've started demolishing all structures. Yeah.
And I see a lot of open drains.
Yeah, these were
a lot of odor oozing from many of these drains.
Yeah.
It's smelling of all kind of things. Is that not a worry for you? Are you able to cope with it?
Yeah, it's a worry. It's a worry because since the place is not, we are overcrowded. We are as somebody told you before. You go to a house, in a room you have about 10 to 6 people sleeping in one room. You see, you go to a house, you will see in a room people sleeping.
How many people sleep in a room?
About 10 to 6 people in one room.
10 to 6 people?
Yeah, most of the houses. So if we are given the chance to, if we are given a chance to develop the place, I think it will help us. Now we learned the chief is coming out with a program saying that we should give up the land so that an NGO will come and build where the down floor will be given to the house owners. And then the top floor, they will take care of it.
It's a huge problem.
Yeah.
In other countries, they'll replace the houses with low-income ones.
Yeah.
Do you think we need to get to that stage?
Yeah.
Perhaps maybe low-income communities like the slums of Ashaiman, Fadama, Nima, etc. will have these ramshackle wooden houses to be replaced. For example, if the cameras can pan, you can find a certain house like this. It's just made of wood, basically.
Yeah.
And you also live in one of these.
Yes, mine is.
So your house is also like this type?
Same.
Okay. Is there not a lot of heat, discomfort?
There is. There is.
I say.
There is.
And 10 of you, or let's say, maybe not you, but averagely you find about 10 people sleeping in a particular room.
Yeah, 10 to 6. Yeah.
I say.
I have a family of 7.
You have 7.
Yeah.
So 7 of you sleep in your chamber hall.
I have tried to put up
self-contained.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But
made of wood.
No.
Okay. A little.
Yeah, I've changed it with block.
All right.
So I'm a bit okay.
Thank you, Mr. Glover. We wish you all the best. And it's just part of the International Day that has been dedicated for poverty eradication. So, and we know that UNICEF is giving us all the statistics indicating that whilst in 1990 we had about 1 out of 2 people who are Ghanaians being poor. Now we have about 1 in 4 being poor. Well, extremely. It also shows that a lot more people who have access to all the resources, who are wealthy, are getting 40% of all the resources, while the rest really are living on crunches. It's a serious problem, but we'll meet you. But we're just about, before we wrap up, speaking shortly to the assemblyman for the area. And Dan.
Yes, sir.
Charlie, Yade. All right. So this is what we're going to end, I'm sure. And have the mic. You are the assemblyman for the area. Always make sure that the mic is just towards your lips, but just feel free. What's your name?
I'm called Honorable Yakubu Amadu.
Honorable Yakubu Amadu, and you are the assemblyman for the area.
Yes.
So
yes.
you are both assemblyman for MPP, NDC, CPP, everybody.
I'm for everybody.
You are neutral.
Neutral.
Okay.
Assembly member does not.
What have you identified to be the main problem that you think that perhaps maybe government can improve for your people?
The main problem in my area, especially Tulaku per se, even though it comprises part of Middle East, Tulaku, Old Tulaku, and then Fita line. However, it is the Tulaku that is my main concern. There is an issue about demarcation, which we are not getting. The whole land was ceded to traditional authority, and the traditional authority committed every landlord that they should pay a fee. That is the old currency, that 570. The 500 for the land, and then 70 for the processing, which that was 1992, about. And they committed that each and every landlord will be given 50 by 50, which the demarcation will take place, and everybody will get his land, and then the development process will start. Up to now, it stands still. We are not seeing any sign of their involvement in the development. And without the demarcation, I don't think any meaningful development will take place in the area.
But that's your main problem. But why should you be worried about land? Our
markets
are open.
Yes.
Your people sell food outside. There are lots of flies around. That's a health problem, a health hazard.
Our main problem about why we are worried about the demarcation is that if everybody is giving 50 by 50, there will be enough land reserved for education and health facilities. Already we have got a cheap compound. And we
where's the chips compound located? Just a few meters away from here.
From at the Kakito road.
All right.
The road
and you go and access health there. Do you have a nurse there?
There is a nurse, and then this medical assistant attached. There is a midwife.
All right. Well, our time is up, so we have to wrap up the show. But
so in the nutshell, it is the demarcation that is the main bane of the people. They need demarcation so that other facilities can be done to the area. Without demarcation, I don't think anything.
It's a normal thing in many of our communities.
That is it.
Okay.
It is because of this no demarcation. That's why we are having this challenge. Yes.
All right. So thank you. Do I call you honorable?
You should call me honorable,
okay,
because
honorable.
I was voted for.
Okay.
And the people gave me their mandate.
All right.
And I should be called honorable.
Honorable
Yakubu Amadu.
Yakubu Amadu.
Yes.
And so we've been, and you can have, people selling. What do you sell?
Rice.
Rice. So how much is there? Can you give me some to eat before we close the show? How much would it be? Please give me some. Let me taste before. So let me have a taste of Ashama rice. I'm waiting. Yes. So give me, let's say some rice. No. I'll eat it. You have a plate? Yeah. Give me a plate. Let's take it. It's the life in many of our communities. So give me, let's say, maybe one. How do you do it? One city, 15. Okay. One city, 50 pesos. You said 15. Okay. So give me 15 and give me a little stew. Let me taste it. And that's how we end the show. I'm sure that we have to go back to Gifty. And I'm sure Gifty is wondering, Roland is there. But don't worry. I grew up in a community. Yeah, meat. You have meat. I'm a meat man, so give me meat. You have spoon. In Accra, we'll be worried whether the spoon has been cleaned or not. But when we come to Ashama, Nima, and the rest, we have to eat it. Please look for it. Look for that. Okay. It's even disposable. Very good. So, all right. Oh, why? So we're having a taste of Ashama rice.
Please bring some. Please bring some back to the studio.
To eradication. Yes, please, we will. Gift it. Doesn't taste bad at all.
It shouldn't taste bad. I hear the tastiest foods are sold by the gutter.
Yeah, so I used to buy the best watch around Nima. The Nima gutter. So.
Roland, okay.
Right. Thank you, my dear. All right. So over to you, Gifty. Not bad. In tasting the Ashama rice today, Gifty.
I'm sure. Please don't forget to pay her. Even though we've given her free publicity, I'm sure she'll be getting a host of customers from now on. Roland Walker there with the lady, and of course with some opinion leaders in Ashaiman. And let me just tell you something interesting that I find in the conversation, rather long conversation that he has had. We sort of truncated that conversation here in the studio. They're looking at a modernized market because there are a lot of activities that happen in the Ashaiman market. So they're looking at a modernized market, and they're asking actually for what they have in Cape Coast, the Kotokroba market, for example. Employment for the youth, that's something that will help keep them, focused, for example. So they speak about the one district, one factory initiative and saying that Ashaiman needs one. That's something that I can very much agree. And I'm sure the Honorable Member of Parliament here will agree as well. Water is an issue, sanitation is an issue, but it's interesting though, and remember that these gentlemen in Ashaiman, the ones that Roland speaks to, they have all of these issues. They see that it's a problem, but they are interested in owning a land rather than dealing with that. Is the real problem of poverty really a psychological thing? Like, is it part of our psyche that we want, or we don't really take? We're not calling this out of the dirt and the filth around us, but we just want to own the place. It's just more,
Yeah, well, I would imagine that it's a matter of a lack of understanding and education, because clearly if people are made aware of the fact that their surroundings, filthy surroundings impact on their health, then they will also be concerned about ensuring that they keep those environments very clean. Of course, there will be the expectation that the necessary elements that should propel development in the area should come from government or the state institutions and all. But also the realization that it is they who have to actually, keep the island clean and etc. in order to be able to maintain the facilities that are given them. There's a gap in there,
right.
And so it is up to us to do more of education, put in place the necessary interventions for the people to become aware, of these things. Because clearly, if you're poor and you have a free healthcare system in place, and then your actions and reactions make you fall sick continually. What it means, therefore, is that the contact time, the contact times will also increase, which will also tell
on these facilities and the policy.
Yes, that's one of the problems that we're having with the national health insurance.
Absolutely. So there are challenges. And so education is not just about what one leg of it is probably giving people free education where they go to school without paying school
fees. So you commend the NPP, for example, for the free SHS?
Well, I would commend all governments because from 1993 till now, or 1991 till now, poverty has been reduced drastically because according to Statistical Services report, in 1991, the poverty level was 51%, and it was brought down to 24.5%. But then, the interesting aspect is that once we're bringing down poverty, the inequality gap also increased.
Right.
From 1 to 2 to 1 to 4, meaning that the richer were becoming richer.
Right.
And then the poorer, those within the extreme poorest bracket were getting poorer. And so when we even talked about middle income status, of course, yes, you can say that we have achieved the middle income status even before the 25 years that was set from Vision 2020. But in which direction did we experience growth? It was not within the extreme poverty bracket, but then rather
those who are rich.
Yeah.
So those who are rich have all the necessary surroundings, environment, and the living environment to make them get richer, to keep getting richer.
Absolutely.
But for those who are poor, for example, Tulaku, where we are focusing on with this coverage, have been poor. Their surroundings are poor. It's a cycle of poverty because they have children who then come to fall within this poverty. They don't go to school. At the end of the day, they come back to the community and put up, say, tabletop businesses like the woman who is selling the rice. But let me just quickly announce that we're having an extended version of the show today. We're going into about 9:30 where we wrap up. And this is, of course, a special initiative between Joy News and UNICEF to bring you some more analysis when it comes to poverty reduction. So and since you are a member of the Employment and Social Welfare Committee, I'm expecting as a Ghanaian that there are a number of practical steps that your committee, for example, has on your list to help us out of this situation.
Thank you. You see, the Committee of Parliament necessarily is not a policy generation committee, etc. The committee is there to, as it were, help government shape its policies when these things are brought to Parliament.
So are there any that we are shaping?
Oh yes, of course. When policies are brought to us, we work on it. For instance, the Employment Committee recently was tasked by the Speaker to work on the 3 development authority bills that were brought by the government, or the executive to Parliament.
Okay.
And we have looked at it. We cannot change the policy. We can only look at the PA and look at it clause by clause. Where there are necessary corrections or amendments, we propose those. Again, also where we think that some intents are not feasible, we bring those to the fore. Before.
Now,
yeah.
Are there more feasible proposals in there rather than what?
No, I mean the policies that are being brought to Parliament are laudable. Government wants to establish development authorities in the northern zone, middle zone, and then the coastal zone and southern zone.
Are those good ways of reducing
poverty? Policies are good. Honestly, the policies are good.
I just heard one of your colleagues who said he doesn't think so. He said that, for example, the northern, I've forgotten the name, but that is going to replace SADA. If in his thoughts, he thought that was not a good initiative.
Yeah, again, these bills that, when enacted into law, become operational, they have similarities to SADA, the SADA Act. So it's not necessarily about the policy, the act, or the law that we put in place, but it is the implementation. Okay. Ghana, what I've observed is that over the period, yes, successive governments have actually attempted to deal with the poverty situation and that is what they are supposed to be doing anyway, and the reason for which the people of Ghana elect them. And so policies like the free basic education is great, free healthcare is fantastic, progressively free SHS policy is good.
We don't have a progressively free SHS. We have a free SHS.
No, we had a progressive.
Oh, you mean the
yes, so many other programs that the various government put in place. Okay. You know, free maternal health care, excellent, fantastic. You can talk about free sandals for basic schools, free school uniforms, free exercise books. You know, all these things
are pro-poor policies, which you think are good.
They are good.
But there's a major problem with the implementation.
It's always the implementation. You know, those that you put in charge, do they understand their mandate? Are they really concerned about working to eradicate poverty, for which these programs are being carried out?
If you were to be president, what would you have done differently from how we are doing it at the moment? Because obviously what we are doing is not helping. So let me just, let's try this experiment and see how different you would have tackled it.
If I were president, I wouldn't want to even begin discussing issues in relation to if I were president.
No, let's an example.
Ghanaians do misinterpret
and then they'll say Richard Kashiga launches his presidential bid.
There's a lot
of that won't happen, don't worry.
Mischievous bad news in our system, you know.
But it's just hypothetical.
Yes, largely. I think that it is the commitment of those that we put in charge of affairs. You know, and there's so much greed and there's too much selfishness. You know, oftentimes we do things superficially, you know, and that is one of our bane. We have support from the international community, but then the way that we fashion other policies, you know, we are unable to implement them in the same manner.
So you think the problem is how the policies were?
It is the how.
I see.
It is the how. And then again also, the element of greed, which leads to corruption. All these things go, as it were, to negate and erode the fine policies that we normally have.
So there are fine policies, but there are some corrupt people there.
Yeah, of course. I think corruption is endemic in our society, from the top to the down. From
the politician to the pastor.
It's not even the politician, it's just the Ghanaian. It's a Ghanaian attitude, the wrong Ghanaian attitude that ought to be rooted out. And that is why we are not making the necessary impact, you know, in fighting or reducing poverty the way it ought to. And when people are put in charge, instead of ensuring that potable water gets to a certain community, you know, they are looking
at water in their houses.
They are looking at how they can make some few coins on that money earmarked for such projects.
Okay.
They are looking at how they can divert that project, you know, to an area that will benefit probably their kids' money. These are the challenges that we have as a people. And I would imagine that until we deal with that evil, we will still be struggling with the issues. We will be paying lip service. And I think Ghanaians are too much talkers. We talk too much, we do little, we act in a very small way.
That resonates with the thoughts of the finance minister when he went to Parliament to present the budget.
Well, guys, that's it for our video today. The reason why I'm doing this is because we need to bring it to the forefront of people that need our help. And I'm not saying the rich should support everybody, but we need to be putting our heads together and implement policies and get rid of the corrupt people that are siphoning off of all the programs. So anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.